we first meet Etta, she's incredibly smart. She is badass. She enjoys a little bit of danger and she loves her family. And she's also struggling a bit with a sense of purpose in the world and what her journey is to be. And we also kind of joked that she was the gator baiting baby badass. That's kind of what we called her. But as the season progresses, who she becomes is born out of that core of who she is, but under these new circumstances. And so it kind of everything gets cranked up to a 10, I think, with Etta in terms of her sense of justice, her how she uses her intellect, her love for life and in forging new relationships and yeah, and so I think, and I also keep saying this, but in the beginning, she's someone who like seeks out danger, but by the end of the season, she has then become it. So it's this wonderful evolution of her journey. Yeah.
Brittany, tell us about your character and where she kind of intersects with Etta's journey. Is she kind of helping Etta,
Yeah,
challenging her, or something in between?
I think it's all of the above. So Lovely is a very bright and curious and empathetic, deeply empathetic, sometimes too empathetic, young lady who we find in the middle of a huge life transition. She rescues Etta from the deep blue ocean while she herself is making her way to the shores of Miami by raft from her native Haiti. And from there, Etta and Lovely's lives become entangled. Lovely provides a place for Etta to stay. She helps Etta get better, recover from the stab wounds, from the gunshot wounds, all of that. And as the season progresses and Lovely is trying to build her life, navigating her budding friendship with Etta starts to put a strain and create some spiciness. Lovely's life.
And how about you, Dylan? What can you tell us about your character's dynamic with Etta?
Well, Stanley is a very simple guy. He keeps to himself. He came from Haiti when he was quite young after a very traumatic event and lives in Little Haiti section with his aunt. He's an analog file. He loves old things. He loves the music of Christopher Cross and these cats that he takes care of. And at the start, I think it's more curiosity because he's expecting just Lovely to come and then Etta, it just appears. And I think he has to think quickly in order to get them to safety. And I think as that curiosity goes on and Etta starts to understand Stanley in a way that no one else in his life really has, he starts to open up. And when he gets in hot water and both of them really show up for him, I think he realizes I have to show up for them in that similar way. And he gets bolder and brasher by the end.
This series explores ambition and survival, right? So
Mhm.
how does your character kind of define those ideas differently?
I think differently is the key word, isn't it? Because I wouldn't call him an ambitious, or what was the other word that you used?
Survival.
Survival. Yes, I would say survival is maybe closer to it for Stanley. I think, he comes from such an extreme background and living in such a high octane city as Miami. I think he just wants to be simple. He just wants to go to his construction job and come home and listen to his records at the end of the day. And I think when Etta and Lovely enter into the picture, perhaps something cracks a little bit. And there is a sense of, I want to help and I want to be needed because when he feels needed for the first time, it's like, oh, I have these skills that everyone else says were unuseful. And they show him, no, they're useful. And I think he's curious to see what else he can do.
Well, I think that this show does a really wonderful job of letting Miami speak for itself. It doesn't try too hard to be Miami. It's just kind of innate because we shot there. So much of it is just in the vegetation, in just being in the Florida heat. Like some of those sweat beads were just actual sweat. Like we didn't have to fabricate none of that. So I think it makes it special in that regard. But I think as it relates to it being a crime drama taking place in Miami, I think really what makes it special is the exploration of family and what it means. And especially with the relationship with Etta, Lovely, and Stanley, we see what it means to forge a new family that circumvents blood relation and is a matter of circumstance, and then from there a choice. And I think that love and that levity is kind of refreshing. While we have the action, we have the high stakes, we have the life or death. We have all of that that makes a crime drama so intoxicating. But we still have this sense of young people trying to be young people and live as normal lives as they can and figuring out themselves in a new place and each other and all of that. So it's this wonderful duality of finding a sense of normalcy while also on this pursuit at the same time.